Hello everyone, welcome to youth group. It's gonna look a little different than normal, but we still got some fun things in store for you. So first we are gonna start out with just one song of worship, and then Ricky and Steve are gonna lead us in a little game. We'll then hear from Zach, and then straight after that we're gonna jump into some Zoom calls. So if you joined us last week, they're the same links that you used last week. If you don't know where those are, you can go to our Instagram or our website, and there are links there, and it can show you which Zoom call to jump into. It's grade and gender specific. So, hope you guys enjoy the night.
We're creation suddenly articulate. We're creation suddenly articulate. With 1,000 tongues to lift one cry, and from north to south and east to west, we'd hear Christ be magnified. We're the whole earth, and we're the whole earth, echoing His eminence. His name would burst from sea and sky, and from rivers to the mountain tops, we'd hear Christ be magnified. Sing, oh, Christ be magnified, let His praise arise. Christ be magnified in me. Oh, Christ be magnified from the altar of my life. Christ be magnified in me. When every creature finds its inmost melody, and every human heart its native cry, oh, then in one enraptured hymn of praise we'll sing, Christ be magnified. Yeah. Christ be magnified. Let his praise arise. Christ be magnified in me. Oh, Christ be magnified from the altar of my life. Christ be magnified in me. Be magnified, Jesus. Oh, be lifted high, Lord. And I won't bow to idols. I'll stand strong and worship you. And if it puts me in the fire, I'll rejoice 'cause you're there too. And I won't be formed by feelings. I hold fast to what is true. If the cross brings transformation, then I'll be crucified with you. 'Cause death is just the doorway into resurrection life. If I join you in your sufferings, then I'll join you when you rise. And when you return in glory, all the angels and the saints, oh, my heart will still be singing, and my song will be the same. Oh, Christ be magnified. Let his praise arise. Christ be magnified in me. Yes, oh, Christ be magnified from the altar of my life. Christ be magnified. Again, Christ. We sing, oh, Christ be magnified. Let his praise arise. Christ be magnified. Be lifted high, be lifted high. Christ be magnified from the altar of my life. Christ be magnified in me. Be lifted high, be lifted high.
And I think that looks like 6 feet to
Yeah,
me.
that
I
looks
think
like
we're
six,
good.
six,
Oh, Ricky, we're live.
6
We're live.
feet,
We're live.
6 feet.
What is up, high schoolers? Welcome to Wednesday Night Live. We're so glad you're here.
Pumped.
Ricky, weren't you in the...
I was in the video. It's called a hoodie, man. You just put it on and
Interesting. It's like teleportation.
that's it.
Now you're here. Before we start off the night, I'm super hyped to be doing this with you guys. There is someone missing tonight who's
Who?
not going to be on here. And we have some exciting news. If you haven't found out, Josh and Annie got married. Boom. Here they are. So they're out being married. And so Josh isn't going to be here. So me and Ricky are taking the show. And we're super hyped to be with you guys.
Stoked.
It's got some fun things planned. Speaking of fun things, there was a poll on Instagram, on your Instagram story on Monday, with a few topics of like, would you rather? I guess, would you pick one thing over the other?
Okay.
And so I have the results here, and I think I'm ready to share.
Let's see it. I'm ready. Let's go.
But first, Ricky, I want to know what you think before I share. I want to know what you think on each one of these. Okay?
I can do it.
You good?
I'm
Okay.
down.
First one: Skittles or M&Ms?
Skittles for sure.
Really?
They taste different for one.
Okay.
Yeah, M&Ms all taste the same. They got different colors. It's just deceiving. So Skittles, yum, and they got tropical flavor.
Mm-hmm.
That's where it's at. It's got to be Skittles.
I don't know, man. Let's see what the students think. And you're losing.
Huh?
M&M's 56%. I'm with them
That's
fully.
disappointing.
Because, I mean, who eats one Skittle at a time to get the flavor? You just
No, but that's the point. You could eat so many at a time and it tastes awesome.
tastes the same.
Okay.
All right, moving on. Are you an early bird or a late owl?
Early bird for sure. Yeah, when I wake up,
Really?
it's time to go.
You're old.
Time to go. Yeah,
You're
I
old.
am old, Steve.
So you're actually losing again,
Sick.
Ricky. Majority of our high schoolers.
But Zach was
are
in this
lions.
group.
Yeah, you saw it. You're like, let me see who's in there, and then you saw Zach.
Yeah,
And you're like, oh, I gotta be because that's the cool thing.
That's it.
No, he's old. Old
Yeah.
people.
He's
are
older
early
than I am.
birds. No comment from Zach.
Yeah.
Next question. Age-old debate. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Do you fold or crinkle your toilet paper?
Fold. You got to
Really?
keep it neat. Keep those squares. Make a nice rectangle.
That's such a waste
That's
of
how you do
time.
it, man.
That's
What are
such
you
a
talking
waste. What? I'm honestly shocked. I thought it's the split.
about? No, it's
Dude,
fold.
no.
Look at this mess. Look at that. That's art.
But who has time to do that? You got things to do.
Are you
wanna get
rushed
in and
when
get
you're in the
out.
restroom?
Sometimes.
You might.
Sometimes you gotta go.
You live a different lifestyle than me. That's
All right.
fine.
All
That's
right.
fine.
All right.
Okay.
I'll take it.
Which
I'll
one's
take
next?
it.
Which one's next?
So we got fruit or vegetables.
Okay.
Staying healthy. You're trying to stay healthy here. Lockdown. What you got?
With Skittles? Fruit.
Fruit.
Of course. Yeah.
I would agree with you on that one, and I think a majority of people.
Ooh,
I
okay.
think if you like veggies over fruit, you're kind of crazy.
Yeah. Well, you might be healthier though.
Healthier for
I
sure.
don't know. Are you? I don't know. Fruits are healthy.
So,
I don't know.
but they have more sugar, right?
Natural
us-
sugars though. We're not nutritionalists. Apparently.
Are there any nutritionalists on the YouTube live
Yeah.
chat right now?
Yeah.
Please let us know
Yeah.
if
Please.
like veggies are like substantially better. But question: would you rather have a fruit smoothie or a vegetable smoothie? I don't think there's any debate there.
No, it's fruit smoothie.
Why are we arguing right now?
Right. Yeah, we're on the same team. All right.
Moving on. Pirates versus ninjas.
Pirates.
Ricky, we're on like the same page.
Pirates. It's
Pirates
gotta be
all the
pirates.
way, and I'm shocked
Huh.
again. And my question to this half, the ninja half, name a famous ninja. I mean, over here for the Pirates, you have Captain Jack Sparrow. You have those other people. Blackbeard.
There you go.
I'm sure there's others.
Oh, sweet.
I'm
So
doing
we
bad.
just know two
I'm
people.
doing
We know
bad.
two more pirates than ninjas. Great.
But name a ninja.
Okay. A ninja? I don't know. Ninja Turtles. Ninja Turtles. And that's 4.
Oh, could you count us for it?
I think I just proved us wrong.
We're
Ninja
gonna move on
Turtles.
here. We're
Yeah.
gonna move on.
Nice.
We're gonna move on. To our next question for you tech-savvy people. Text.
Oh.
So do you use the thumbs up or the laughy cry face emoji?
It's got to be. It's the cry face. It's
Of
the cry
course.
face.
I would totally agree with you, and so does our high schoolers. I think the cryy face has way more like
Emotion.
yeah, emotion. You know what they're saying, like the thumbs up.
Yeah.
That could
It's
be like sarcastic, like oh yeah, you just do you, or cool,
Yeah.
dude.
I think
I
I
don't
use
know.
the thumbs down a lot more than the thumbs up.
Now that I'm thinking about it, I send the thumbs up to Zach a lot.
Just,
so.
just today, 12 times a day. Okay. Ooh, Podge brought up a good point.
do you
Ninjas are
think?
supposed to be unknown on the last one.
Oh,
That's a good point. By the way, guys, we
Ooh.
have the chat going. So comment in here. We'll react. It's just a little lag delay, but then we'll get in there, and you guys could guess on all these and the next
Yeah.
game coming up, too.
yeah. So coming to our next question, how do you like vacationing? Are you a camper or do you like going to the beach?
I live at the beach,
Mm-hmm.
so it's got to be the beach. Camping's, I'll get twigs in my back. Camping, I can't do it. My bones are old, man.
It's because you're a surfer.
Oh, you're right.
I mean, camping is so much better. You get the fresh air. You got all the trees.
No.
You got nature, the
Yeah.
forest, the
The
animals.
beach has nature.
You know what the beach has? Sharks,
No, the ocean has sharks.
which is right next to the beach.
Yeah, but I mean that's your choice, man. If you go in that water, it's a little, it's a little danger.
Risk your life or death in the water.
Living on the edge. Okay.
Moving
next?
on to coffee. So this is for our coffee people out there, which I know, Ricky, you're not.
I'm not.
We'll just see.
I'm a Red Bull boy.
Hot coffee or iced coffee? What would you pick if you were to drink coffee? What would you choose?
Hot coffee.
Really?
Yeah. A little
Okay.
toasty.
Okay. And iced coffee.
Huh.
Is this like? I'm confused.
Are
'cause
these
it's
just like
winter.
frappuccinos? That's an iced drink, right?
That's blended though.
Oh, same thing, right?
I guess.
Iced,
I just don't.
or is iced
Why
coffee
would you
just
want to drink an iced beverage during the winter? I mean, I guess technically it's spring, but it's like raining and like 60 degrees.
Yeah,
So wouldn't you want a hot coffee?
I would.
I don't know.
The
I actually,
61% might be wrong.
I actually had an iced coffee this morning when I woke up.
You were just full of
know.
contradictions.
I know.
Oh, I actually did that.
I'm not doing good. Not doing good tonight. Moving on. This is the last one. How do you prefer to travel? Do you like to go on an airplane or a car ride adventure road trip?
I do not want to be in the car for that long. So airplane's like the easy one. I just want to fly. If it's 10 hours away, it's a 3-hour flight. Boom, done.
I think the more we keep talking, the more I don't like you.
I mean, that's
To
fair.
be honest. I would totally go on the road trip over the plane because, I mean, plane rides, yeah, they're quick. They're quick. But there's so much more adventure in a road trip. Your adventure in a plane ride is a baby pooping 2 hours in front of you.
No, dude.
That's
Whenever
your
that
adventure.
whenever that magical cart comes down the center of the airplane,
And it hits your knee.
I mean, if you have your knee out in the aisle, that's your problem. But then you get that little bag of peanuts.
All right. I mean, I guess the most excitement you could have, though, on an airplane is the landing. Because people clap for some reason. So it's exciting. I don't know.
I've never heard anybody clap on my
No?
planes. Yeah.
Every single plane ride I've been to, even to foreign, no, that's a lie. Not to foreign countries. Any domestic flight, they've clapped on landing.
Huh. Is it you that's starting the clap? Is it just a slow clap? Then everybody stands up. That's
No.
no.
No. No, that's not me. I'm like, I'll rather drive, Ricky. I'm not on a plane to begin
Okay,
with.
whatever, man. Whatever, dude.
So those were the results of our poll on Monday. Keep an eye out for things like that. We just want to keep you guys on your toes, keeping interesting content pushing out. So keep an eye on the stories for things similar to that and more coming up in the near future. Whew, that was a mouthful.
What's next, man?
Next, we have another game, but a more live game.
Oh, okay. So we need you guys to comment. So there's going to be 3 choices on the side. You just got to comment which one you want.
Oh,
We'll kind of go by your guys' choice, and Steve's going to explain the game in just a sec.
So we got 3-year-old Pictionary. So these pictures that we're going to show you are drawn by 3-year-olds. And like Ricky said, there's going to be 3 choices, A, B, or C. And you're going to have to guess what the 3-year-old was trying to draw. And honestly, like we played this last night. I remember a little majority, I think.
I don't remember anything. I have
what?
the worst memory.
You
And they were so weird. You guys will see. These are the weirdest things.
might as well have been the 3-year-old drawing.
It wa-
That's a horrible
it was
memory,
me.
Ricky. It was last
It
night.
was me. It should be titled Ricky's Pictionary. But that's fine.
That would have been pretty interesting. So without further ado, let's just jump right on in. Make sure you chat it up in there, and we'll see what happens. First picture, is it A, a vampire, B, an angry cow, or C, Calthus, Sunstrider, Master of the Burning Legion?
It's got
I
maybe
remember-
C.
This is like one of my favorite ones.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Because C right there.
Yeah. I
Oh.
mean, a 3-year-old's got to know Kelthus, Sunstrider, Master of the Burning Legion. If you don't, what have you been doing?
And I might be trying to stray you guys astray.
Yep.
Stray you guys astray. Is that
Throw
right?
you
Throw
astray?
you off your course?
The trail.
So I could be giving you the wrong answer, or it might be the right answer.
I have just been told by Christian that I am a 3-year-old.
I would agree
I mean,
with Christian.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
Ricky, let's see what it is.
Oh, hold on. Wait.
Wait.
We got people coming in.
Are they coming in now?
Everybody thinks it's C so far. We got 1 B, 2 B's.
No?
All right. What do we got? What is it?
Oh, you guys are all wrong.
It's
Vamp-
obviously a vampire.
No, it's not. It's not obvious at all. That's a joke. Ha ha. Cry, laughy face emoji.
Yeah.
See what I did there?
Thumbs
See what I
down.
did? Thumbs
down.
Moving on. Second one. This one. It's either A crow looking for trash to eat. Okay. B, a T-Rex with abnormal stick-like growths on his snout. Or C, a yawning deer.
You know, I could actually see the T-Rex. These just look like thorns. Maybe he was just going through a big thorn bush.
Is he upside down? He's upside down.
No, dude.
No. This picture's from Australia, Ricky. Remember that? It's upside down from the down under.
It's an Australian 3-year-old.
Honestly, the more I'm studying this, if one of the options was a bean sprout, I probably would have chosen that one.
A bean sprout.
Beans are curved. A bean, and then it's sprouting.
Okay. You're
you got
done.
any responses yet?
No. Yeah. Okay, so we
Okay.
got some C's. We got an A.
A crow looking for trash to eat. What kind of crow are you looking at?
A
I want to know
yawning
where
deer.
you're living.
I wish one of you guys were here to explain the yawning deer, because that one. But that's what the people want.
I see both A and C on a regular basis, and deers don't look like that, first of all.
No, I think it's a B. I think it's
Wait.
the T-Rex.
I figured out the yawning deer.
Okay.
This is just the head. It's not the full body, and he's yawning, and his eyes are way low.
Yeah. Why are they? Okay. Just what's
Big
the
brain
answer?
time. What's the answer? A crow looking for trash to eat down under in Australia. No,
Oh my god. Let's not do that again. If we have any Australian viewers, they're salty right now.
I'm sorry. I don't know where that came from. We'll just move on from that.
Next.
Okay. A zombie rabbit. Don't forget the rabbit. B, a happy bat. Or C, this is you, daddy.
I do remember this one. This one's great. This is you, daddy. I would be salty if my kid drew this of me.
This would not be going on my fridge.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Right in the dumpster.
Sorry if that's mean, but I wouldn't even go dumpster because there's a chance of it reviving out of the dumpster. Shredder.
Especially if it's a zombie
Shredder.
rabbit.
Maybe because you're right.
Yeah, there
Maybe
we
because
go.
I don't have a kid yet. That's probably why. I don't know. If Zach, do you think Zach would have kept this if Caspian drew it?
Oh, yeah, dude. At this time,
think-
he'd just be like, oh, yeah, anything. Anything. All
What
right,
do
so
people
what do
think?
we got?
What do
We
people
got
think?
we got one B.
Okay, a happy bat.
We got an A.
Is he even smiling though?
A zombie rat.
Zombie
He's
rabbit.
not a happy bat. That's like a mad bat.
They do have white, so it could be a rabbit.
It could.
be a rabbit. Let's find out.
Okay, we got a
Let's
bunch
get
of
more.
A's. It looks like it's
Bunch of
A.
A's. No, happy bat.
Oof.
Duh, because of the linear smile that's flat,
Yeah. Note the smile, the linear line,
not the curve.
not the curve line.
Totally wrong.
Sick.
Okay, I remember this one
Okay.
because you were obsessed with it. Do you remember?
Yeah, it's green. It has to be a gecko.
Okay.
It has to be. What do you guys think? Type it in real quick. We'll keep talking until we get yours.
Ricky thinks it's the gecko, right?
It's the gecko.
But I don't think so.
It has to be the
This
gecko.
was my logic to this. Ricky could have been right, could have been wrong. I could be right, I could be wrong. But I think it's B, the grand dark lizard, king of the north. All right? And this is my reasoning. You ready? It's green and there's a little bit of orange. Those are boy colors when you're 3. All right?
You're missing the most important part of
What?
this one, the king. It looks like a crown.
That too.
I'm just helping you out. but
Thank you for the help.
Yeah.
Thank you for the help. But what 3-year-old girl has green and orange as their favorite color? And B is definitely a boy answer.
I think that's going to be a lot of... Okay, so what do we got? We got Tyler said gecko definitely.
What?
There's one C, one A. Okay, so there's no Grand Darks.
I've lost faith in you high
Grand Dark
schoolers.
for King 2022.
2022.
2022. Okay, we got a bunch of A's.
Okay.
A 3-horned goat. That would be logical.
Interesting.
It looks like it's A's. Let's see. Let's check it out. Oh.
Goat.
I was right. It's mid-jig.
Sit down, son. Please sit down.
Do not get up from your chair.
Down. Moving on.
Okay. Ooh.
Another green, but gecko's not on there, so sorry, Ricky.
Okay.
Either this is important. Everyone pay attention. A pterodactyl.
Not pterodactyl.
Not a pterodactyl. A
Pterodactyl.
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 That.
B, a dragon who's also a fireman. Or C, a rabbit relaxing in a hammock.
It looks like a rabbit in a hammock because it's lying
think
over
so?
here. It's hanging like a hammock.
Again, that's not a hammock. Those are definitely arms.
No, dude.
Arm,
What are you talking about? The arms right here.
No.
Yeah. Oh, now.
I didn't even see those yesterday. Oh, wait a minute.
All right.
I
What
thought
do
those were
we
sleeves.
think? Let's see.
Oh.
These answers gonna roll in a sec. Okay, we got an A and we got a B. It's got to be a pterodactyl.
That's a 3-year-old answer. That a 3-year-old has no idea what a pterodactyl is.
Ooh, we got 2 C's, 2 A's, 3 C's.
I think they just like your hammock idea.
I think so too.
That's the only
It's got to be.
reason
It
they're
makes
picking
sense.
C.
All right, what is it,
Only
Steve?
reason. That was my reaction too.
That emoji is right.
Because I don't see fire at all in
Huh.
this. That kid's definitely not going to art school.
Nope.
Moving on. Okay, this is some
They
sort
really
of
dig these colors. They really like these colors.
This is some sort of quail, a T-Rex named Scott, or just a plain old duck.
It's a duck. Plain as day, it's a duck.
Yeah, I think though this is deep in the game. Would they throw something that simple up?
Probably. We'll see.
I don't know. I don't know.
What do you think it is? If you don't think it's a duck.
T-Rex.
It is not a T-Rex.
T-Rex already came up, and it was the wrong answer. So
Right.
now it has to be the right
Ooh.
answer.
Okay. Unless they're trying to throw you
That's
off.
how I played every test. That's how I took every test in high school.
Oh, this one was true. The next one must be false. How'd that work out for you, Steve? And now he works at a church. Here he is.
Thanks,
All right,
Ricky.
You're right. Okay, so we got 1A, 1C, 1B. Christian thinks it's Scott. Austin Gray, B, it has to be. What's up, Austin?
That's right. Where my junior guy's at.
Okay,
Moving
let's see it.
on.
Let's see it. Just a plain old duck.
They fooled you. Brain
quack.
games.
A quack.
It looked like a duck.
It's a duck. If it yeah, if it walks like a duck, quacks like a duck, it's a duck.
Okay, moving on. Oh, Teenage Mutant Turtles.
Okay,
Boom.
okay.
Drinking a smoothie, important. Mommy drinking her coffee. It's Tom Cruise in Mission Impossible.
It's not Tom Cruise.
Okay.
A 3-year-old has
listen, hear me
not
out.
seen Mission Impossible.
Hear me out. Based on my logic of the last question,
It's not working out for you. Let me tell you
it's
that.
mom drinking her coffee because it's the same 3-year-old who drew dad.
So
all right?
choose B if you think Steve's right, and you're probably wrong, but that's fine. So we'll see how it goes. So
It's mom drinking her coffee.
all right, what do
dude.
you guys think? What do you think? Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle, mommy drinking her coffee, which I would be salty if my kid drew that once
I
again.
don't know. I actually might have kept this one.
No.
Yeah.
You're right. This one does look like you, though, Steve.
Yeah.
It's fine. All right, we got 1A. We got 1B. You're right. That poor mom. Gosh. Okay, we got another coffee one. It looks like
I'm gonna
B's.
go for the answer.
Let's do it.
Tom Cruise in Mission Impossible.
Huh.
I have no words for that. One, I want to talk to the parents
Yeah.
who's letting their kid watch Mission Impossible at 3 years old. And two, I want to talk to the kid because I'm giving that kid a scholarship to Harvard because he can intellectually think about that movie and draw Tom Cruise with perfect accuracy.
But what is that thing?
It's Tom Cruise. Obviously, now that you know it's Tom Cruise, it looks exactly like Tom
It
Cruise.
just happens. It just.
Tom Cruise, come to the church, please. Picture.
Okay, what's the next one?
Oh, I remember this one.
Okay.
I do remember this one. A son blasting rays of death to an unsuspecting beachgoers. B, a creepy octopus giving a hug. Or C, Spider-Man. I remember this one because my thought, not from the test one, my thought is it's Pictionary. And so a lot of times in Pictionary, you draw two pictures if it's like a multiple word. Spider-Man is 2 words. Looks like spider. Definitely a man.
No.
That was
It's
my
got to
answer.
be a creepy octopus giving a hug. Now there are more than 8 legs there, but I mean, look at that thing. This smile on that thing with no pupils. It's a little creepy.
But it's not.
It's a little
I don't
creepy.
know.
What do you guys think?
That is
What do we
kinda
got?
Creepy.
Let's see. We got 1A, 1C. Well, first of all, the top A is a little dark.
Yeah, there's no
it's
way.
a little deathy. That's
no
fine.
way.
All right.
It's A.
What do we got? Okay, we got. It is A.
I moved too fast, but it's A.
Climate change is real, people. Watch out.
Again, I want to talk to the parents. Moving on. Okay. Oh, a king holding hands with his best friend, who is a bee. An alien talking to a guy, taking a guy to be probed.
Talking about it.
No, he's taking the guy.
Hey, man.
Or C, a huge fly whacking a man with a fly swatter.
I don't remember this one, but I hope it is C. I really want some karma right here. Fly smacking the guy. He took the guy probably took one hit. Fly came back with a.
I would have to agree
burning
with Ricky
revenge.
for once
That's got to be it.
because I want to see that in real life. If someone can produce this, if anyone at home's got a life-size fly
Right.
and
yeah,
they can
look how
train it
big
to
that
hit
thing.
humans with a fly swatter, I'd pay you $100 to see that.
That thing is huge compared to the man.
I'd pay you $100.
It's a big
Same.
fly. All right, let's see it. So we got 1B, we got 1A, 1C. Ooh, it's all over the place. Okay, never mind. A's and B's.
A's and B's. Okay,
A's and B's, what do we
let's see. Alien. Third time around, I want to talk to the parents.
Yeah.
I was like,
Yikes.
what is up?
Yikes is right.
All right, moving on. This is the final one we have. Pretty fun game. A, this is President Donald Trump. B, a Yeti singing opera. Or C, Batman with a beard.
Let's hear your best opera, Steve.
Sign me up, Jake. For the Wish team.
Auditions
Ready.
2020. Okay. Yeah, it could be. That looks like you, though.
What are you saying? To me, that looked like a pig. I see a pig. And
terrible.
thanks, Ricky.
I'm sorry. I think it's a Yeti.
It's definitely Yeti because look at the arm.
Yeah,
you
the
see what I
arm.
did? You see what I did there?
All right, what do we think?
It's B.
There's a C. There's a B. Belle thinks it's B. Nina thinks C. Ooh, it's tied. Hold on. We're waiting. They're coming in. Okay. It looks even.
I'm gonna go.
Ooh, there's one A. Okay, let's
Okay,
hit it.
go. Oh. Okay, if it
well,
had
yeah,
that,
why did-
if it, none of that extra detail was there, there's no way I would have guessed Batman.
That's withholding information.
That is. We suck.
Yep.
But I think you suck more.
I am
So I
very
think-
bad at this game.
I think you can get out of here.
Yeah. Oh, you're right.
I wouldn't run this by
You're right.
myself.
You're right. Okay, fine. It's fine. I'm
Now
fine.
that we have trash out of the scene, I'm gonna run this by myself. We're gonna move on from this game. And there's something else on Instagram besides the poll that we did this morning. Something we're posting every day called "Kicking It in Quarantine," 9 a.m. And let me tell you, it's been great.
I'm back.
Oh, you're back.
I'm back. I have a song for us.
Song. If this song's good, I'll let you stay.
Oh, dude, it's gonna be in your ear. It's an ear nugget. You ready to sing it with me?
Depends. Yes, if it's the song I'm thinking of.
I hope it is. I'm gonna play a song. We're gonna do it.
Find out.
Here we go. Stuck in quarantine, running out of dopamine. FOMO setting in because our friends are far away. Stuck in quarantine, running out of dopamine. Kicking it in quarantine.
Boom, Kick It In Quarantine. That was the best song ever. If it's not stuck in your head, that means you're not watching it enough, and you need to keep it going. There's been 3 so far, and they're really good. We had a blast filming those. So every video, intros Josh and Zach, they're hosting it up, and then they deliver the triple P, passage, pray, and play. Those are just some activities we want you guys to do throughout the day. Give you guys something to do when you're just stuck at home, bored out of your mind. And my favorite out of those 3 is definitely the play, because I love to play and
Yeah,
have
it's a good time.
challenges. I'm
Because
competitive.
we're all doing nothing at home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We want to challenge.
Yeah. So let's take a look. We got something, right?
Yeah, we got one of my favorites video submissions we got in from Monday, the Olympics, was Nina.
Ooh.
And my favorite part about her clip, if you didn't see it, she tried to put a helmet on at the end, and it wasn't fitting for like a long time. And that hit home because that's me, because I have a huge head.
I haven't seen this one yet.
I
I'm
liked
gonna go
it.
watch it, and it's back on the Instagram, right?
I'll
Still
put
up
it.
there?
I'll put it back on
Yeah,
the Instagram.
please.
I'll put it back
Please.
up there. We'll be back. We're back next. This house of cards from yesterday. This was Peyton,
Wow.
and
That's
I don't even know.
that's art.
This was great, but I don't know. I'm conflicted a little bit because I think there was some glue involved, unless she's a magician.
You
but
didn't
it's
specify.
still-
You just said make a
That's
house of cards.
true.
You could do whatever you want.
That's true.
It's
It's still amazing, above what I expected, and I'm giving him props.
That's
Okay. We love these videos and submissions so much. We actually want you guys to keep on going. Even if you're like, oh, I missed out on the Olympics, I want to do one. Still do it. Still submit it. We love seeing them, and we'll keep posting our submissions on the Instagram. So it's going to be awesome. I think that's it for Kicking It in Quarantine. Check back in tomorrow, 9 a.m., for another Kicking It in Quarantine. What's next, Ricky?
Zach is gonna preach for us, guys,
Ooh.
and I'm stoked.
Ooh.
But first, we're gonna have a transition over there. Here we go.
Wow. That was great. Hey, what's up, HSM? We are live here. As Steve told you earlier, Josh and Annie got married on Saturday night. They're currently in Cayucas, and they would love it if you just text bomb them over and over and over. Like, I would just start mass texting Josh right about now, and just, yeah, don't let up. Just send letters, send phrases. But yes, definitely congratulate them. They'll be back with us next week. So we're excited to be with you guys tonight. It's a little bit awkward because there's like 4 of us in here, but we love that we still get to do church together, even if it's a little bit from afar. We hope that you guys have been reading and spending time in the Word, that you've been encouraging each other. We as a staff have been praying for you guys nonstop, and we miss you a ton. And we're excited to all be back together again soon. And in the meantime, we'll be bringing you some messages and then connecting in Zoom groups in your team huddles. So we'll be in Zoom groups after this, right after this. And we'll be in Zoom groups right after this, so we can connect with you there. So what we're going to do is I wanted to talk just for a few minutes about a couple quick things. These guys were flagging me down. I guess my hat is blocking the camera, so sorry, Hume. Couple things I wanted to talk about is as we get going tonight. I don't know if any of you guys have ever been in a situation where you felt all this pressure to do the right thing, even when everyone else around you was doing the wrong thing. I had this teacher in high school. It was a math teacher, and he was just a terrible teacher. Like, what he would do all the time is, we had these document camera type things. You guys have document cameras in your class. They're fairly high tech now. The way they used to be is it was an overhead projector, and they would put the little like film on it. Some of you guys probably remember, maybe in elementary school or even middle school, maybe some of your high school teachers still use them because they're old school like that. But they'd use the overhead projector and put the film on, and they write with it with a whiteboard marker, and then they would fill out the problem. This particular teacher, every time he would fill out a problem like this, he would erase the problem with his hands and then touch his face, which is something you're not supposed to do, especially now in COVID-19 world. But he would just touch his face with the marker, and his face would get whatever color the marker was that he was using. So I vividly remember one day his like entire face was green, and he looked like he was an elf or something like that. I don't know if elves are green. That's probably not true. There's some of those junior boys can probably correct me on that. So we would watch him do this, and we would just kind of crack up a little bit. But that wasn't the worst thing he did. The worst thing he would do is he would give us a test, and then he would hand out all the tests, and he'd sit down at his desk, and inevitably, like in every single test, he would get up and he'd go, and he would just walk out of the room. And the rest of us would just be sitting there in shock and be like, did he really just leave the room during the test? And at that point, pretty much everyone around is like, oh, we can talk about the answers. But one day, one kid noticed that he left the answer key on his desk. And this happened every test. Now, you think this teacher would be pretty smart and would like leave a fake answer key, so then he would know how to like catch everyone who was cheating, because he could catch them in the act really quick. But no, it was the legitimate answer key. And there was always a kid in the class that would run up, grab the answer key, and start reading off the answers as fast as he could. Like A, C, D, C, C. The same way you guys were like chanting the letters in that game we just played. They'd be like A, C, C, D, D. And there would always be someone at the door like looking out like, hey, looks like he's, nope, just the English teacher. Yeah. No, you're good. Keep reading. And they'd be like, A, C, C. And be like, that's a, nope, just a bird. I thought it was a teacher. It's just a bird. It's just a bird. He's like, hey, C. He's like, here it is. This is it. Nope, just dust. They're like, dude, what does that teacher look like? So they always pick like the dumbest kid to be the lookout, man. I don't know why they do that. But so this kid would yell if the teacher was coming. The other kid would yell out the answers. And I don't want to make me sound like some like moral pillar of integrity or anything like that. But I did take my academic integrity really seriously, and I would always really, really try to I would always really try to study hard for tests, particularly for math tests. Math was my weakest subject. And so I would want to study for my math test and really work on it. And then I would come in and it was super disappointing because all these answers are getting yelled out and I'm trying to block out the answers and not listen to them, but still trying to work on my own test. And it's so tempting just to do what everyone else is doing. And I can honestly say that I didn't, and I don't honestly know if I was more scared of getting caught cheating or if I was more scared of losing my integrity or what that was, but I'm glad that God kind of protected me from that. But it's so hard when everyone else is kind of bowing down to what everyone else is doing. And I'm going to tell a story tonight from the Bible that is familiar to a lot of you. And maybe it'll just be kind of a new twist on this story that you haven't thought of before, especially in the day and age that we're in. I'm going to show you a picture here. This is a picture of something called an obelisk. And an obelisk is like this like several 100-foot tall structure. In some cases, it can be at least like a dozen stories tall or something like that most of the time when these are built. And so we're going to see this kind of structure in our story today. If you have your Bibles with you or you want to open them up with us, we're in Daniel chapter 3. So in Daniel chapter 3, there's three guys, well, there's a lot of people that are taken into exile, but three guys in particular, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, get taken into exile along with this really famous Bible character named Daniel, as in Daniel in the lion's den. And these guys get taken into exile by the Babylonians, and they're in the empire of Babylon. And while in this empire, they're slaves. And Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego are slaves under this really difficult king called King Nebuchadnezzar. And King Nebuchadnezzar one day decides he's going to make an obelisk, this type of building for himself. He's going to build this giant obelisk, and he says he makes it 90 feet tall. It says 60 cubits, which would translate to about 90 feet today. And it's about 9 feet wide. So it's this big, tall structure. And back then, a lot of these structures were used for pagan worship. And so if you've ever seen an obelisk like this, chances are it was used for some kind of pagan worship in Egypt or around Africa or around the Middle East region. And so a lot of those still exist today. So Nebuchadnezzar builds one of these and he says, okay, every time there's any kind of music playing, you're going to bow down before this structure. So in verse 4 it says, "And the herald proclaimed aloud, you are commanded, O peoples, nations, and languages, that when you hear the sound of the horn, the pipe, the lyre, the trigon, the harp, the bagpipe, and every kind of music, you are to fall down and worship the golden image that King Nebuchadnezzar had set up." Verse 6, "And whoever does not fall down and worship shall immediately be cast into a burning fiery furnace. Therefore, as soon as all the peoples heard the sound of the horn, pipe, lyre, trigon, harp, bagpipe, and every kind of music, all the peoples, nations, and languages fell down and worshiped the golden image that King Nebuchadnezzar had set up." So every time there's music playing, doesn't matter what it is, people were supposed to turn to wherever the structure is, and that's why he made it so tall, so that people would see the structure and go, I'm supposed to worship King Nebuchadnezzar right now. They would bow down and start praying and praising the structure. And if you look at verse 8, it says, "Therefore at that time, certain Chaldeans came forward and maliciously accused the Jews. They declared to King Nebuchadnezzar, 'O king, live forever. You, O king, have made a decree that every man who hears the sound of the horn, pipe, lyre, trigon, harp, bagpipe, and every kind of music shall fall down and worship the golden image.' In verse 11, 'And whoever does not fall down and worship shall be cast in the burning fiery furnace.' And King Nebs is like, yep, that's exactly what I said. I'm a genius. That's what we want to do." And then so in verse 12, these Chaldean narcs say, "And there are certain Jews whom you've appointed over the affairs of the province of Babylon." So they rat out Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego because they refuse to pray to the giant obelisk of King Nebuchadnezzar. "These men, O king, pay no attention to you. They don't serve your gods or worship the golden image that you have set up." Verse 13 says that Nebuchadnezzar, in furious rage, commands that Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego be brought to them. And they bring them before the king. And Nebuchadnezzar answers and says, "Is it true, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, that you do not serve my gods or worship the golden idol that I've set up?" And Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego answered and said to the king, and I love this part of the story. It says, "O king, we have no need to answer you in this matter." Verse 17, "If this be so," as in if the punishment for refusing to bow down is to be thrown into the fiery furnace, then here's what's going to happen. If this be so, our God whom we serve is able to deliver us from the burning fiery furnace, and he will deliver us out of your hand. But if not, be it known to you, O king, that we will not serve your gods or worship the golden image that you have set up." In today's world, guys, right now, especially in COVID-19, there are a lot of idols being set up. There are so many idols being set up. One of the biggest ones is tech, right? And the distractions that come with scrolling mindlessly. And a lot of people are turning to various means to escape the stress and the anxiety. So they're numbing themselves with drugs or sex or technology or apathy or just entertainment or overeating or indulging. And the world is starting to turn away from what they're supposed to. And so when everyone else is worshiping something else, Christians are supposed to stand back and say, "Hey, that's not for what I'm going to do." And for a lot of people in the world right now, there's this sense of a little bit of hopelessness and a lot of dread and a lot of anxiety, not knowing how long this quarantine is going to last. Fear that people around them could die. Fear that people might be out of a job that are close to them. And that anxiety can become a little bit overwhelming. And the truth that we want to bring to you guys tonight is that God can deliver us from the fire. So right now, this COVID-19 is a fire. It is a trial in our life. And God can deliver us from the fire. But the next part that they say is that even if he doesn't, we will still refuse to bow down to what the world is doing. And we check out what Nebuchadnezzar's response is here in verse 19. It says, "He was filled with fury, and the expression of his face was changed against Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. He ordered the furnace heated 7 times more than it was usually heated, and he ordered some of the mighty men of his army to bind them and to cast them into the fiery furnace. Then these men were bound in their cloaks, their tunics, their hats, and their other garments, and they were thrown into the burning fiery furnace. Because the king's order was urgent and the furnace overheated, the flame of the fire killed those men who took up Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. And these 3 men, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, fell into the fiery furnace." I can't even imagine the faith that took for those 3 guys to stand up to the most powerful man in the world at that time and say, "King, we refuse. Go ahead and throw us in the furnace. Our God can save us, but even if he doesn't, then we're still not going to bow down to you." And I have to imagine if I'm Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, I can say that. A lot of us would say that we would die for our faith, or we would die for our beliefs. But sometimes in the moment I question, well, would I really? Like when push comes to shove, would I really? And my prayer is, yeah, I absolutely would. That I would have the faith and the strength to say, no matter what, God, I'll do that for you. But I still would feel this sense of fear and anxiety, being led up to something like this furnace and going, "Okay, God, you can save me, so go ahead, have these guards just let us go," or something like that, or strike them down, or put a big bunch of ice inside the furnace and just cool it off so we'll be good. And I can only imagine feeling that sense when you see the fire consume the guards that bring you up as you start to fall in, what that last thought would have been. And for these guys, this is what ends up happening to them. Verse 24, King Nebuchadnezzar was astonished and rose up in haste and declared to his counselors, "Did we not cast 3 men bound into the fire?" And they answered and said to the king, "True, yeah, that's what we did." And he said, "But I see 4 men unbound. They're no longer bound up, and they're walking in the midst of the fire, and they're not hurt. and the appearance of the fourth is like a son of the gods. So they pull the men out of the fire, and they bring them back, and King Nebuchadnezzar says, hey, I'm so sorry that I made you try to worship something that wasn't even real. You worship your God. Your God clearly can deliver you from the fire. So students, our battle cry in this time needs to be that our God can deliver us. And that needs to be what we show to people around us. Our God can deliver us. But honestly, even if he doesn't, even if COVID-19 goes far longer than we thought, even if things get canceled left and right, if people around us get sick, if people around us lose their jobs, we have to believe that God is still good. God can deliver us from the fire. But the beautiful truth is that even if God doesn't deliver us from the fire, he walks with us in the fire. Jesus said in John 16:33 that in this world you're going to have a lot of tribulations, you're going to have a lot of struggles. But he says, take heart, for I have overcome the world. Jesus has overcome any struggle that we can imagine. And he walks with us in our pain. And he walks with us in our anxiety. And he walks with us in our uncertainty. And he walks with us no matter what. Yeah, he can save us. But even if he doesn't, he's still with us in it. And that's a beautiful truth. Let's pray. God, this is weird. This is weird. It's weird being here. It's weird preaching to an empty room. It's weird missing the people we care about. And God, we know that you're in control, even when this whole world feels chaotic right now. And things are moving at such a rapid pace and such a discombobulated time. God, but you are sovereign. And so, God, we know you're good, and we know that you care, and we know that you're walking with us in this fire right now. So would you continue to help us and empower us and challenge us? And would we encourage each other? Would we not give up meeting together? God, in this time, it's so tempting to pull away, and it's so tempting to abandon church or you or our Bibles or our friends and just isolate. God, we want to be different than the world. So would we be people of good faith and good courage who would meet together, who would encourage each other, and would push each other on towards truth. In your name, amen. HSM, we love you guys. We're going to be doing some Zoom groups here in about 9 minutes. There's links in the bio. There's also a link on the YouTube page, but a link in the bio of the Instagram as well, or you can find it on our website. Jump in for 9th grade. I'll be hanging with the 9th graders a little bit tonight in about 9 minutes, along with some of your 9th grade leaders. Stephen will be hanging out with 10th and 11th grade, along with some of your leaders. And Sarah's going to be hanging out with 12th graders. 12th graders, you guys are meeting at 8 o'clock tonight on Zoom with Anna and Sarah. But for everyone else, 9th, 10th, and 11th, we're starting at 7 o'clock here in about 9 minutes. So invite your friends in, and let's encourage one another tonight. Let's just spend some time together talking about Jesus, talking about who he is, and how much he does for us. So we'll see you guys next time. Thanks for tuning in to Youth Group Live. See you later.